Good morning, Healthpreneurs. Yuri Elkaim here from Healthpreneur. In this video, I want to share 3 big reasons why group coaching is way more effective and better for you and your clients than one-on-one. All right, so I'm down here in beautiful Ixtapa, Mexico. Not too shabby at all. I love this place. It's absolutely gorgeous. And the reason I'm down here is because we booked a trip last minute to come down here because the weather back home was freezing. So we're like, you know what? Let's just jump on a plane and take the kids and spend a week in a nicer climate. And the realization there is that that is not something I would have been able to do if I were doing a lot of one-on-one coaching. And I'll get back to that in a second, but I want to share a little story with you about one of our clients. Her name is Sylvie, and a little while ago, she had a little bit of a breakdown in terms of like self-doubt and wondering if she could really, do this thing and building her business successfully. And she posted inside of our Facebook group, and immediately there was a swarm of support that came her way from fellow members and clients that were there to lift her up, pick her up, and bring her back to life. And that was like the needle or the straw that broke the camel's back. That was just like the reminder for me that group coaching is so powerful, and that's something you can never get in a one-on-one scenario. You see, had Sylvie been working with me one-on-one, yes, I could have been giving her, raw inspiration, motivation, a little bit of kick in the butt to get her back on track, and that could help. But to get that inspiration and uplifting from dozens of other people, her peers, it takes things to a whole new level. So guys, if you're a health coach, if you're a practitioner, if you're a nutritionist, whatever, it doesn't matter. You have protocols that you've been taught that can save people's lives, that can transform their health. And that's why we're doing this, right? That's what's amazing about what we do. And the challenge is that a lot of people believe that personalization, having a unique protocol for every single person is the best way to go when it comes to helping them with their specific goals. And yes, that is true. There are cases where, more personalization and customization are important. But remember, the vast majority of times, if you're speaking with clients, you're probably telling them the same things, right? If people are coming to you to lose weight, I guarantee that 80% or more of what you're telling them is usually the same. And if that's the case, then you are ripe for a group coaching program. So what does a group coaching program look like? Well, we're not going to get into that in this video, but essentially, if you can get the same people or all the people you want to work with, whether it's 2 people, 5, 20, 50, on the same train, on the same track, moving to the same destination, you can have a successful group coaching program. Now, where a lot of people they have a tough time wrapping their head around this is, okay, well, if I've got some people, I want to help people lose weight, I also want to help people with heart disease, I want to help people with dementia. Now we're talking about 3 different trains. That would be like, trying to find 3 separate boats and going to 3 different destinations on this, in the ocean here. It's not going to happen. And then you're going to get right back into one-on-one coaching. So the idea is that you need to focus on a single target market with a single pain or problem and help them get the results. And if you've got 20 people that want to lose weight, guess what? The protocol for the most part is going to be the same. To think about it even more simply is, what is the protocol? If you were to write a book on this topic, what is the protocol you would prescribe for your readers? Guess what? If you're writing a book, you're going to have there's one thing you're going to talk about in the book, right? There's one protocol. You're not going to have 1,000 different protocols. That becomes the essence of what you would teach and walk people through in a group coaching program. Now, with that said, let's talk about 3 reasons why group coaching, I believe, is way more effective. And it's the only reason we build all of our stuff with Healthpreneur around group coaching. It's what we teach our clients how to do. It's what we do with our own workshops and our mastermind. And it's for these specific reasons. Number 1 is it leverages your time in a huge way. Now, I'm down here in Mexico, and while I've been down here, I've had 2 group calls, okay? 2 group calls that took me a grand total of 3 hours over the space of 1 week. I don't mind doing that from a beautiful location like this. Now, if I were working one-on-one with 40 clients, that would have been a very different story. Why would I come down to Mexico if I was stuck in my hotel room 40 hours during the week to do those calls? So this doesn't make sense, right? So number 1 is it leverages your time in a huge way. Second is it helps you make a lot more money, because if you can help 40 people at the same time or 10 people at the same time, it's not that those people pay you less because it's a group program. No. Your program is based around a specific outcome that they want. It's not about the fact that, well, I'm getting less personal attention, therefore it should be less money. No. It's about a specific outcome. And when you focus on the results your clients are gonna get, you will do things that you never thought of to make it almost impossible for them not to succeed. So when you build your program around an outcome and you do whatever you can to help your clients achieve that, you actually can charge more than $100 an hour for a one-on-one session. So let's just look at an example here. So let's say you work with 40 clients over the space of a week, and each one is paying you $100, okay? That's $4,000, not too bad, not too shabby at all. But let's just say that so that's the one-on-one scenario. Now let's look at the group scenario, and then let's just remember that you've worked 40 hours during the week of phone calls. Okay, that's not including everything else you have to do in your business. Now let's look at the flip side. Let's say you have a group coaching program with 40 people, and your time spent coaching, delivering, supporting them is, let's just call it 4 hours per week, which is actually very realistic. That's pretty much what I spend on a weekly basis with my mastermind and our Health Business Accelerator clients, okay? But let's just say those 40 people are each giving you, and we'll just keep the math extremely simple because my brain can't think, $1,000 each for a 4-week program to help them achieve that same result you would have given them in a one-on-one scenario. So 40 people at $1,000 each, that's $40,000 per month versus $4,000 a week, which ends up being $16,000 a month. So now what we've done is we've 2.5 times your income, and instead of working 40 hours a week, we're working 4 hours per week. And the cool thing about this is because we're charging more, we're attracting better clients, they're doing the work and showing up, they're supporting each other, and you structured all of this in a way that supports them and your lifestyle in a much more impactful way. So the second reason why group coaching is the best is because you can make a lot more money. It leverages your time, that's number one. And the third reason, which is the most important reason, is that it actually is better for your clients. I know it sounds counterintuitive, like why would one-on-one coaching not be more effective than group? Well, here's the thing, guys. I don't know if you've ever recognized this, but one-on-one coaching ends up becoming psychotherapy sessions, right? You end up going into stories and nonsense with your clients about this stuff, about their problems, about their stories, and unless you have the ability to be firm and say, no, stop, we're done with this, it can ramble on forever. So it drains your energy, it just sucks the soul right out of you. And if you can relate to that, just like, raise your hand, because I've been there, I've gone through that for way too long. And you don't get into that with group sessions, because if you've got 10 people working together, no one wants to listen to everyone else's story. So you're gonna be very cut and dry, cut to the chase, and if you follow the right structure, obviously, that we teach in our workshops, you can run calls with 10, 20, 40, 50 people at the same time and still have them feel very individualized. And here's the cool thing. When you're on a call with 10 people and someone asks a question, who benefits from the answer from that question? Just that one person? No. Everybody else. And the thing is, a lot of times we don't ask questions because we're afraid to look stupid, or we just don't want to kind of put ourselves out there. But someone else might have asked the question we want to ask, and as a result, we get the answer. So group coaching is so beneficial for everyone who's taking part, and please never forget that. The time and the money you get as a result of group coaching is only ever a byproduct of the results you help your clients get. So before you kind of jump off and say, okay, I'm gonna bring in 50 people and just get them going and let them do their thing. No. I need you to really remember that it's only ever based on producing a great outcome for your clients. Do not cut corners, do not do stuff that's gonna be chintzy and whatever. I don't think that's you, because if you're watching this, you're probably a great healthpreneur already and you've got a good heart. You want to serve others. And that's what this is all about, is the money you earn is only ever a byproduct of the value and transformation you create for other people. Okay, never forget that. And the greatest transformation is gonna come from a group dynamic. There's the synergy of the group, they learn from each other, they're supporting each other, and now you have a number of people working on the same goal to the same destination. And we know that when we're in a group dynamic, everyone learns from each other and everyone supports one another and moves the boat forward that much faster, right? But the saying goes, the rising tide floats all boats, right? So those are three big reasons why group coaching is the way to go if you want to have a life. If you want to be able to pick up and travel like this, take your kids and just hop away for a week or two and still be able to run a very successful business without compromising the quality of care you're providing your clients, this is what you got to do. And if you want help doing this, I invite you to attend our free training. It's called the 7-Figure Health Business Blueprint, where I'm going to walk you through a bit more of this stuff. And I'm actually going to show you our 4-step perfect client pipeline, which will help you attract your best clients and help you convert them in a more automated fashion, so you're not having to do manual prospecting and all sorts of crazy stuff. But also, more importantly, is how you build out this group coaching program to deliver an amazing result for them and help you live an amazing quality of life in the process. So if you'd like to join us for that, it's completely free. Head on over to the link somewhere around this video. And thanks again for joining me today. If you've enjoyed this, give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who needs to see this. And I'm going to sign off from beautiful Ixtapa.